Hi, everybody!
Okay, so I'll go back to channel. To channel of gameplay. That is KO Scorch. That made sense. Anyway, so today's game, you can clearly see on the screen, is Fallen Legion Revenants. I just had to laugh because not only is it published by NIS America, which somehow they publish a lot of games a year, even mostly RPGs and whatnot. But I mean, the development team is developed by the team at the bottom. You see there of Yummy Yummy Tummy Incorporated. I absolutely love that name. I need more from them. This needs to happen. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Jay Nance Negron, how are you doing? How you doing, buddy? But this came out last week here. Came out in Europe and overseas. I want to say the 19th, and will be coming out soon in the Oceania area on February 27th. I've actually never played a game in this series. It's been recommended to me several times, not just because of the music, because of the gameplay style. It's like side-scrolling, action RPG-ish. You have in battle sequences, you have your A/B button attacks, as well as your partners, but each thing is like pained together like this. So like you have your panes, and the closer you move back and forth, the more you can kind of set yourself up for like defense and attack. And I kind of want to see how that works. So before we jump in, drinking Yingling Black and Tan. It's actually a good porter there. And cheers. Alright, so let's jump into it. So I hope this is good because, like fantasy style type games, I love these kinds of things. Myself, I kind of grew out of like the realistic type games that were very prevalent in like the early 2010s, late 2000s there. For a minute, it was like shooters and like every kind of fantasy game had to have some type of realism. This does not seem like that at all. I love that. And if it has a good soundtrack, count me in, man.
Rowena!
Lucian? Is that you?
Rowena, hold on.
I can't explain it. It's like your voice is lost somehow. Exemplars, stay alert. Let's find Lucian.
Wow!
It's like a part of the battle sequences being over here. Let's go get them, guys. Okay, so these are my friends. Okay, so attack. Towards ARB to make an exemplar attack. Each attack uses 1 action point AP. AP gradually restores when an exemplar is not attacking. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like you have like the green, which seems like their health, I guess, and then like the white is like the broken up portion of how many attacks I can make. So if I like attack here, okay, so it has to gradually restore over time. So it's kind of like a strategic type thing here, it looks like. Like I just like blow my load there with my attacks, and then just kind of leave myself open. How do I defend? Ah, okay, it seems like L is defend there. Let's see what that does. Still take damage, okay. Not as much damage. Alright, stun the enemy there. See if I have like a yeah, so yeah, it's across panes, but it's not letting me make panes yet. You see on the bottom there, there's like squares. I guess I can move across those eventually or gradually. Press X to use Rowena's magic. Casting spell costs 1 mana orb. Mana is restored by attacking enemies. Okay.
Hold on, I'm here.
Grace. Celestial Grace generates HP and adds life steal to exemplar attacks when Rowena stands on the tile with a green aura. Okay. Move Rowena with the left stick to the tile with Celestial Grace. Okay. So she guides us, so then like we can split up eventually. Oh, I can. Hey, I can get closer. Can you move back and stuff? Cool. How do I do anything now?
Imperium Tempest!
Oh, cool. Okay, so it seems like... cool. So if you hold R and press like, where's that? You see at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there? It seems like that is like a
No
magnet.
grace. Hold on. I'm here.
Go back. There we go. Alright, so that is that restoring my life by any chance? Okay. He looks very lonely, sad. Oh, I've moved him. Okay. So sad and lonely. Hide. Oh, so I can like hide. I guess I can use like items or abilities here. This looks like a very high-res Flash game. It does.
I've been a prison warden for what feels like an eternity. I've crushed riots, foiled breakout attempts, and sent all those who opposed me to the gallows. After a while, my prisoners didn't even try to rebel. They saw the futility. They heard the stories about me. Didn't you hear the stories, Lucian? You must have. You talk to everyone.
Oh, I heard them, Ivor. It was difficult to ascertain which ones were real and which were bedtime stories. Nightmare folk legends meant to scare children into good behavior.
Look into my eyes as I say this to you. Every story you heard about me is true, you arrogant prick. When I'm done with you, Counselor Lucian, the master manipulator, will no longer exist. Your cherished wit, your gift for conversation and cunning, I will steal every part of you that's worthwhile. I will lock you away in a prison of the mind. I'll leave you a drooling invalid in constant
Sounds like
pain.
Earthbound.
And I will kill every person still alive in this
You know
rotting
what we're
world
talking
you
about.
care about. Yes, especially her.
This is precisely why you failed as a statesman, Ivor. Your demeanor suited you well as a chief monster in a zoo for monsters. But even with your sorcery, you were unable to mask your cruelty. You are every bit as monstrous as the wretched beasts that live outside these walls.
You'll beg me for mercy soon enough. I've tortured every rebel and crushed every rebellion. You will not succeed.
What is that old saying? There's a first time for everything.
My sword and shield have delivered me to victory!
There's no music in this part. Odd. Oh, so I get to choose two Arceus. Arceus. Oh, Arceus. Okay. So, I want to go... Okay, so we have Idealistic Herbalist. The wearer's maximum HP is increased by 10% when equipped. Helpful Duke. The wearer gains might for 6 seconds after the party leader casts a spell. Idealistic Thief. The wearer's speed increases by 10% when equipped. I don't know what the might does, though. I do like... I love HP. Like, more HP you have in any game, basically, better chance you have. I want to go with Helpful Duke, because I'd rather have 6 seconds of more... I guess I'm hoping might is strength. I'm going to go with that. Okay, cool. So 5 months earlier, Rowena travels on a Dusclaw road in search of a list of spies in Welkin. She leads the exemplars, weapons that can be brought to life. Impressive. I mean, the characters look cool and everything, especially the voice acting. And especially
Come
the
on.
pompous sprig.
Follow me. That's right. Exemplars. We've caught this decaying hunk of flesh by surprise. On my mark.
Yeah!
I know you are eager, Alistair, but remember to stay behind Zulfikar's shield. Ready? Now!
Death blows are powerful attacks that cause one mana or confuse. Finding lost weapons teach your exemplars from death blows. Attack enemies with exemplars to gain mana. When you have 1 mana or between the death blow. Hold R and press exemplar button.
You're not going anywhere!
Okay, hold R and press exemplar button.
Empyrean Tempest!
Stay behind me!
To meet you.
Okay, that makes sense. Now I get it. It doesn't really say, like, just, hold R and press A or B. It's just, your brain has to kind of understand that the guys you're controlling with A and B, oh, it is time, are your exemplars. Those are your guys. So basically hold R, and then press, like, A or B. I guess when they're stunned, then you get an orb.
Stay strong!
Orb, I guess? I have an orb there right there.
Impressed.
Really not a death blow, though.
Rushing entry!
I want to see what else I can do.
The Slog are getting deadlier by the day. We need to practice fighting smarter, not just harder. Everyone in Welkin Castle is counting on us. My son is counting on us. Thank you,
They
Zulfikar.
could...
This way. The rebel base should be just ahead.
Okay, so not for nothing, everybody else has voice acting except the knight-looking dude who looks awesome. He just goes, yeah. That's weird. Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. I figured that out before, because I'm like, the time block, or the timing for blocking is, you saw it before, I got it perfect. So that was good. It didn't do anything. Okay. It's just like the timing is hard to do. You know, it's like, you gotta get it down. Takes practice. Like, you gotta know, like, when they're gonna fire. What's up, Phil? There we go. Okay. It's timed, so you have to literally time it, and then, you know, attacking enemies with inflicts BP damage, and enemies stagger when their BP meter reaches 0. It looks like it's that meter underneath on the bottom there. Underneath their green, like, you know, their green energy meter there. Enemies attack enemies while they're staggered to deal increased damage. Okay.
To meet you.
Okay, that's easy enough to understand. Now let's implement that. Ah, holy crap! Okay, that's deflect. I didn't deflect it after. So I'll get that down. It's hard to get it down, man. It's like tough. No? Anybody? Alright, I'm just gonna...
Hold on! I'm here!
Oh. It's hard to get it like a perfect shoot it back at them. You know, like, it's a really hard timing. You gotta get used to that timing. Perfect. Oh, there's the freaking wrong button. Gotta get used to the buttons as always. Go back. That was bad timing. Perfect. Yeah.
Stay behind me!
I wasn't paying attention. Come on. No. Come on.
Rushing entry!
The hard thing is, like, timing everything out, because not everything is synchronized together. So if you do, like, moves with one or the other, you'll see the meter on above my guys. It's like a white meter, and each slot, I have to wait. So if I tap below, you'll see my white meter go down. It's like different panes, and I have to wait for each one to fill up, so I can then attack. Or do some kind of, like, move. Not move, but, like, mainly attack. I'm not shooting arrows.
Shields up!
Hammer hook!
Rushing
Damn. There I go. aspect of the game I'm going to get used to is the grid. There we go. The grid-based stuff where I'm just like hopping along the grid. I don't know if that's going to matter much later on in the game. I'm pretty sure it will. Revive. Exemplars lose their form when they're all very stupid. Lost for many cattle for bringing them to Exemplar back to his corpse. Revive. Focus for Bowling's well on the fallen Exemplar by holding down the Exemplars and slamming the button. The more Exemplars fall in battle, the more difficult it is to channel will.
Stay behind me!
No? Anybody?
Rushing straight! Hammer hook!
So you can get caught in like mid-move. You don't want to match the buttons. You know, because you want to physically press everything to make sure you're getting it where you need it.
Stay behind me!
Oh, okay. Got wrecked. How am I not killed him? Okay. You're not getting better.
Shields up!
Oh, timing. I saw it coming. I was like, wait, no, back up. There we go. It took 2 tries to get it down. But I think I got that part down.
What did I tell you? There's a fine sign in the book that I will buy you.
The new May and the territory of the new May. If I was a spring, which I'll like. So, New Bay Rebels knows Rowena. Rowena knows them. Or, not really, but we're on the same side, but they still want to take us out anyway. Alright, so, sub-boss.
Rushing sentry!
To meet you.
Clear the path.
Okay. Was I supposed to do something there, or like...
Hold on. I'm here.
Didn't give me an idea of what I was supposed to do there.
Stay behind me!
Oh, just had to bring the face there, but...
We fight
Could've been
as
volley.
one. Celestial grace.
Just jump forward. Idiot. There we go. No, don't have any looks. There you go. On fire again.
Clear the path.
Shields up!
Clear the path. What am I supposed to do there? You say, clear the path. Okay, no buttons. It's on the tip. It's not missing it. There's gotta be something eventually that, you know, that regenerates my, I guess, stamina? Or my moves faster.
We fight as one. Celestial grace.
Oh, that was new. What the crap? Watch out, like, over is he there? Fuck it, come on, do it again, do it again. Nice.
Clear the path!
I think that's where I gotta do the second move. For sure.
We fight as one.
Shields up!
Cool, it's nice if it did something wrong, besides just floating there.
Clear the path!
Come on. Do your thing.
We fight as one.
Have one. Hit the perfect on one, but I got weird.
Stay strong. Clear the path.
Crushing sentry! Yes! Yeah!
At least I'm not taking too much damage. This is like, I guess a tutorial or intro level, so. Okay, that was strange.
We fight as one.
Dead. Are you not dead? Oh, that's it.
This list is in good hands. I promise you. You fought bravely until the very end. You're honorable, an inspiration.
What are you really fighting for?
I know who I'm fighting for. I bet you'll see things differently in death. When I was alive, all I cared about was myself. There was a target on my back, but I was too arrogant to think anyone could touch me. I was a bird of prey soaring through the clouds until an arrow from the ground pierced my wing. And I crashed. Hard. Now my son is locked away in a castle in the sky. I've forgotten how to cry. All I can do now is fight to get him back. Exemplars, please follow me. We're going to Welkin.
This guy's so cards.
Stay focused.
What was that?
Victory is within our grasp.
You know, now we have music. There we go. The first time we saw the screen, there was no music. I guess the music didn't trigger. They didn't program it there. See? Now we have music. Odd. Okay. The voice acting, it sounds like it's in like a room, like in a room. You can hear the echo if you listen very closely, because I'm listening to it on like surround sound headset. You can definitely hear it's recorded in a big room, which they're supposed to compress and condense, so you don't hear that echo, and it sounds very, very reminiscent of Symphony of the Night. Like the voice acting and just like the way they recorded it sounds very reminiscent of that. Ugh. Okay, so we get to choose one Arceus here at the end of this fight here. Okay, so Vigilant Sage. Party's leader spell damage is amplified by 10% after parrying an enemy's attack. You're gonna be doing that a lot, I think. Okay. Helpful Guardian +4. The wearer gains shield for 7 seconds if the party leader casts spell. I'm not sure about that. Idealistic defense shield. The wearer's attacks increase. I like that, but you're gonna be doing a lot of. Yeah. In my opinion, you do a lot of parrying and deflecting in this. So I might as well go with that, because that's an action I'm gonna have to constantly be doing. And it's forcing me to get better at it. With like the perk. Lucian, the charismatic politician who elected to welcome his counselor. Lucian contacts Rowena and devises a plan to, and I'm going to read that later.
Ah, good of you to drop in, Rowena. Or is it phase in? Accuracy is important.
Call it whatever you want.
Did you acquire the list?
Here it is, Lucian. What I had to go through to get it.
I am impressed you can hold physical objects. A rare ability among phantoms. You are clearly strong of spirit.
Lucian irritates me
Don't
already.
get cute. That letter is stained with the blood of an innocent woman.
We all have our roles to play in this grand opera. We shall honor her sacrifice with a great performance of our own.
It's the voice
The
acting.
world
or it's
is
just how the
literally
character's
dying.
written?
And how do you spend your time? Dreaming up theater metaphors?
I am fully aware of the severity of our situation. We are attempting to dethrone a tyrannical prison warden in his own prison. It is hard enough to break out of a prison, let alone extirpate one from within. This list is the first of many, many steps on the road to Ivor's downfall.
The first of many? Edwin could be exposed to miasma in his cell. If that happens, so help me, I'll make sure you die along with him.
I'm currently plotting Ivor's demise with the ghost of a woman he executed for treason. My life is already at risk. I ask only two things of you: your assistance and your patience. Provide me with those and we will free your son. I guarantee it.
How much is your guarantee worth, exactly?
A great deal, I assure you. It would be a fool's errand challenging Ivor on our own. We need allies in the castle to win over the hearts and minds of our fellow prisoners. We must turn the people against Ivor.
They won't rebel as long as he provides them with basic necessities. Food and water.
Perhaps we can find a spy who knows where the supply deliveries are coming from.
Forget about alcohol.
So then we can hijack the shipment.
Okay. I'm going back to the Oleth Mountains to find more rebels. Maybe they have information we can use. The faster we work, the faster Edwin is free.
Have fun traversing the woods. Roast a marshmallow for me?
What did I tell you about getting cute?
I have been trapped in a prison ruled by a madman for 5 years. A bit of cabin fever was inevitable. My stars, look at these names! I never would have imagined.
Wait, was he just like talking out loud? Because he wasn't reading anything. He didn't go like, and there's like the list of names. Confused. Honestly, Lucian irritates me already. Now, Nicholas. Lucian, were you able to obtain the new locatus? Warehouse, we need Dixon Arceus to those ancient weapons you unearthed. If you have any new weapons, Roselia, the castle's librarian, is equal to. My castle's librarian is eager to inspect them. So, are we at a point now where we can switch? Who are you? Paul? Opal? How about a toast to the end of the world? It was overrated anyway. Oh, probably getting there soon enough. In real life. Yeah. As far as I guess the future of our world is bleak. Save? Saving. Okay. Perception. Oh, this is all settings. Okay. Go fast. Okay. Yes. Okay, nothing. What's the point of you being there? Can't open this either. There's a poorly drawn treasure chest. Get out of the way, Opal. Chapel. Alright, check this out. Who are you? Myra. Been isolated and welcome for years now. I wonder what the world is like below us. Serene. Serene. If you're a new steward, I hope you'll listen to me before you vote. Other chest, I can't. Ah, Rhiannon. I wonder if they're Fleetwood Mac fans. For every night for Drakina's mercy. Did I just go back into the same place? How's that possible? Impressive. Larkin. Like Barry Larkin? I don't see if the streets are nice to me. I just want the street to continue on gone. Ah, Brasilia. Stuart Foy, this book you brought. Okay, so fascinating. Stuart Foy is an palliative for council business. exemplars fought in war over a millennium ago. The fate of an empire rested on the shoulders of spirits living inside weapons. I admit, it would have to be incredulous too if I didn't see Zulfikar and Alistair in the flesh. Do exemplars have flesh? I'm delighted to hear you found my gift captivating. Perhaps this esoteric weapon will pique your curiosity too. I'm not going to keep reading this, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read it out loud so I'm not sitting here in silence. But for some reason, they couldn't do the voice acting for these parts. Okay, so let's examine the weapon that we have here. That was the point of the conversation that we had earlier about, I don't know, 3 years ago. There's a lot of loading so far in this game, too. I really hope they optimize that. Okay, so that's liquid. That is variously named. Okay, so shoots poison that pulls an enemy forward one tile. With the right stick to aim at the enemy. And hold R and A to use Ron Burgundy's death blow.
Okay.
Nice. See, that's the thing on the bottom there. It's not telling me what I have active. So when I hit R, that pops up. You can clearly see that pop up with the X, Y, and Z buttons. Switch Pro Controller. But if I go like this,
Drink this!
like it's not telling me what I can and can't press, or what I have activated, and or
One step
each
closer
one of
to
those
my
buttons.
son.
So strange. So Rowena's dead. Okay. So what did I just achieve there? Oh, Nigel Thornberry. Okay, I can't bear to look out the windows anymore. I want what I see disturbs me so thoroughly. Sorry, you're disturbed so easily. Back to the same place. Let's go to the warehouse. Second, I walk with a slow strut. Okay. Okay, so the exemplars are okay. So I'm kind of understanding what all of the exemplars are. I guess the weapons that we can use in the game. So I'm assuming that eventually we can swap them in and out depending on what we want to use or who we want to use. Burgundy, Ron Burgundy's okay. Zulfikar, I like him because he just goes. But it means he says like whole like sentence and paragraph of words, so that's I'm gonna stick with him. I like him. This is how we attach these things. So he's gonna be helpful with might. He seems very strong. Burgundy. Yeah, I wish I knew the characteristics of each one as well. I guess they don't have characteristics, just weapons that they can use. Because then I'd have more like a reason to attach certain things to them. So the party leader's spell damage is amplified by 10% preparing it. I have that already. Let's probably give them that. Digital stage. Can't defeat a plague with a sword beneath compassion. I go. There's the main hall again. Okay, so yes, you can select your team. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Oh. So you can actually, before you go out to battle, you can set everything up before you... Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Now it looks like a whole bunch of like mumbo jumbo on the screen here, but it does tell you at least the button combos, you know, for what you want to do. That's pretty cool. So we have support. It's all support spells. Okay, so that's actually quite interesting. These are offensive spells, okay. Okay, so Revenant Whale, when we were doing that earlier, attacks the front enemy with magic and pushes it backwards one tile. Okay. Celestial Brace creates a healing tile on the player's side. Exemplars return their HP and gain lifesteal when the leader stands on this tile. No, great lifesteal. I have to go back because I don't think it explained the lifesteal part. Empyrean Tempest attacks the rear enemy with magic and pulls it forward one time. See, I want a group. So this is all we have right now. So we have a front, a rear, and then a support. Okay, that's fine. That's my last thing is okay. So we obviously get more weapons. We have like different armor. We can attach. Okay. And each one apparently has like obviously its own like, you know, characteristics and stats. I'm not sure if it changes your special though. Like if the weapon has a special, if that's the exemplar's weapon or exemplar's special, excuse me. Let's see, Russian Sentry. Just attack and push the front of me backward. Okay. So we can do all that stuff here. So what was the point of talking to the librarian and the guy in the warehouse? Just saying. What was the point of that? Zolfkar mastered one. Apparently, Zolfkar inflicts electric damage after parrying an enemy attack. That's damn cool. I mastered this. That's awesome. Is that okay? So because I did that, if I perfectly blocked an enemy 30 times, that's how I mastered that. Okay, so that allows me to do Zolfkar's inflict electric damage after parrying an enemy attack. That's cool. Now at the bottom it says, you know, complete a mana chain 90 times, push an enemy 75 times. I've done 16 times already. This one is unlocked after learning 4 mastery abilities. So he's my tank, so I'm definitely gonna like buff him super hard. Her, I haven't used it at all. And Alistair, I love that name, Alistair. Alistair Black, if you're a wrestling fan. Okay, pull an enemy 30 times. Free block an enemy 100 times. Stagger an enemy 600 times. Jeez. So the masters will take you a while, it looks like. Interesting. Okay. We have a lot we can go through and learn here. I just want to get into the battles. Because it's a game. And you really don't have fun unless you're playing the game. So, you know, that's why I'm 50-50 when it comes to like RPGs most of the time. I love particular RPGs. Other ones just drag along and just like too much talking and story and dialogue. Just let me play the damn game.
Hold on, I'm here.
Stay behind me!
That was cool. I didn't realize I did that at the right time. Oh, how many warps? My timing is terrible when it comes to that. Just have to get good at it. I gotta finish. There we go.
Whatever it takes. Stay strong. This one's mine. Whatever it takes.
Okay, so now it's telling me to do Imperial Tempest.
This one's mine. You're not going anywhere. Imperial Tempest.
Frozen? Was taking ice damage? Okay, so push and pull certain spells that blows enemies, push and pull enemies away from tanks. Instead of combo attack with powerful that blows some targets and tiles. That's gonna be interesting. I'm having orbs now. Awesome.
Revenant whale.
You definitely have to use their combat in this because this is just like hard to do, man.
Drink this.
That's not what I wanted to do, but okay.
Celestial grace.
Shoot us, please. No?
You're not going anywhere.
Okay. I have to get used to what the game wants me to do. You know? Like, that's what I... It's hard to figure that out, like, on the fly like that.
Rushing victory!
This one's mine.
I want them to come at me. Come on. Switch.
Hold on. I'm here.
Oh, like getting used to the blocking is so hard, man. Hey, Jess, how are you? So I dealt that electric damage we were talking about before. Cool.
Shields up!
He's definitely my tank. For sure. If I equip him properly, he's gonna be my tank. So we have branching paths now? Okay, interesting. I'd like to see where each one leads, so this, I guess there's replayability there somewhere, if that's how I planned it. What? So maybe I should promise him something? Okay, so we got the eastern route. Okay. Okay. He already agreed with me. Like, when am I supposed to... He told me when I'm supposed to go. But, like... Leeches, okay. I mean, it seems like all you do is make promises. Promises, promises. I was using spoiled milk. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Oh. Like, what? Who am I supposed to talk to? So you have to gather as much. You don't have a time limit to figure it out. You gather as much information as you can within the time limit. I've never played this series before, so I don't know if the other games are the same. So my apologies. But that confused the crap out of me for a second. I don't feel the ship's route through the eastern peaks of the mountains. Sea levels of food and shipments were stored on the eastern side of the mountains. Where should I find travel? Well, the mountains.
Revenant whale!
Cadet's liquid!
Stay behind me! Rushing entry!
Cadet's liquid!
Just off by like a millisecond.
Taken.
attack me, damn it.
Empyrean Tempest!
That's not what I wanted to do.
Whatever it takes!
Like, I wait for those orbs to show up, and it's like really annoying. Most enemies attack targets exemplars standing in front. There's an intrude exemplar can be affected by changing its transformation. I already figured it out. Pressing CL to back out. Rotate. Intrude exemplars will put the intrude exemplar under position.
Stay strong!
Stay back here and heal. So I'll just sit there and like heal.
Celestial Grace!
Stay behind me! Shield up!
Okay, so that's hard to get used to, man.
Stay behind me!
Hold on! I'm here!
Now the enemies are being a little more faster. They're being faster.
Rushing sentry!
Come on. No.
This one's mine! Taken!
Stay behind me!
Celestial Grace!
Whatever I want to do. Okay. Now get it. The battle's over.
You're welcome!
Go to the fencer this time. It's like getting a little more confusing the more they introduce like a number of enemies, I guess. I don't want to say types of enemies because we've only seen about 3 or 4 types of enemies. You know, shooting, basic, melee, bigger beast, and then sub boss. Apologies for my delay, Rowena. I've been diligently searching the castle for clues, and I've been determined, or have determined, you should travel east through the old outhouse. Yes. we figured that out. I mean, we could decide. So why would we figure that out, all that information? Like, just to decide not to follow what we figured out already? That would make absolutely no sense. I mean, it's cool. It gives you like the choice and everything, but what's the point of getting all that information when Rowena's like, Lucian, figure out all this information. Game gives you 40 seconds to figure out all the information, and then you have that conversation. And as Rowena, you're like, should I trust him or not? Even though we played a solution to figure out information. That's really confusing. Ugh. Sorry, it's just my brain, the gears there, just doesn't make sense. It's like overcomplicating things for the sake of complicating things. Who's Magnar? Sounds like an old American gladiator. Yeah, we looked at masteries already. Okay. He's carrying a whip like Indiana Jones. Alright, so nothing there. Park here. Wait, so now we can't do the mastery thing? That's weird. Let's see. See, that's a little confusing to me because I'm like, why would it let me do it there before, and now it's not letting me do it there? Now I have to go talk to this actual person. Okay, so I have to talk to this person about the masteries. Which person is that again? Her? This guy I can just talk to and it's going to say nothing. NPC says nothing. Okay, so now we have like elemental stuff. There's a lot entailed in this game in terms of attacking. Like real time. Which is not easy to pay attention to. I just want to see where I'm going. I can talk to them, but like who? That's me. I can't do anything with the masters. Okay. Ah, duh. I mean, over time, I guess they'll get the, you know, as I just use the spells basically, and I can just unlock 1 or 2 masteries. Just keep blocking. Can't think of any other. Okay, I haven't picked up any other equipment. Start battle. Let's go for it. Not do it, but to do it. So I'm in that timer mode. I can speed it up by holding the R button. Why would I do that though? If I could just talk to the guys and get more information, or as much information as I can, why would I speed up time?
Hold on, I'm here.
Rushing sentry!
Fall back in line.
Stay behind me!
Killed him. Cool. Ooh, Spearman. Hey.
Impressed?
See, every enemy has an action, and you must learn the timing of their action to get it perfect.
Rushing sentry! Shield up!
A lot harder than it looks. It's very strategic. You have to get that, like, button mash out of your head.
Stay behind me!
See, me, I'm trying to pay attention to one enemy at a time. It's hard to do. Sorry, I got that perfect.
Stay strong!
Heal. Alright. Like, I'm just trying to get used to the like, I want to do the chains for, and the chains seem hard to initiate. Candelabra? Treasure. Someone give her a trophy. Alright, so we have like another situational thing happening here. Alright, there we go. So that was an easy convincing right there. That's why I picked up the medical file before. Okay. It's kind of weird how they blend the story elements into like the middle of
I'm here!
or like middle of fights. Odd. Hard to pay attention to all these like enemies at one time, man. Like trying to time everything out is so difficult as well.
Cannot be missed!
Behind the leader, like a front line guy. That's like hard to That's where you button mash is when you stun them, and then you only have a certain kind of boost to use. Which is like, so frustrating.
Shields up!
Cadets listen!
Change party leader.
Stay strong!
The guy in the back is what's messing me up the most. I'm trying to like find the shots.
Celestial grace!
Jeez. Why did I not time this? It's so weird. There we go. I had to heal Alistair a little bit.
Stay strong!
Rushing sentry!
Hold on! I'm here!
Hard to do, man.
During this!
They'll have different timing. Too. It's like, worse.
Celestial grace! Stay strong!
Oh, boy, they all so
Imperium Tempest!
I can't see him. He's like guarded behind the party leader. I can't see him set up.
Can meet you.
That perfect time for one. Jeez. 14 chain. That's good. That's the biggest one I think I've had so far.
Celestial grace.
Yeah, sometimes it's great. I got weakened. That was good. That was quick. Easy.
Must I do all the work around here?
As always, it's easier to pay attention to one enemy than like 3 or 4. So it's interesting because the different arcans, I guess, it was like different levels. So like +3, +4, +2, no plus. I got the +4s earlier and +3s earlier. Just, you know, wow, something in my getting the regular ones now. Select them as my team. Spells. I have not unlocked anything yet. So battling away. Mastery. Oh, so I learned a mastery. Awesome. What's the 1-2 again? Party's leader spell damage is amplified with 25% after killing an enemy. Alright. She's almost there with casting a spell with party leader. With the party leader. Okay. How am I on the other ones? Nothing at all. Last defense, pushing it. That's basically just using his ability. So far, it's pretty easy, it seems like, to level up. It just seems like a lot of these are going to take a lot of time to get there. Like, it just seems like they're going to take a lot of time to get there, like in terms of mastery. I don't know how long this game is, or how long it could be, how many exemplars there are. But in terms of mastery, it's going to take some time to get all 4 of them there. There's only so many battles you can have. Again, that's a matter of knowing the enemy.
Shields up!
Wait,
Drink this!
Rushing sentry!
This one's mine.
So I totally thought I blocked that there for a second. There we go.
Stay strong.
That's liquid.
Heels up!
That was cool. I timed it perfectly.
That's liquid.
That's actually a pretty strong, like, attack. It drains the enemy of a lot of their, like, EP or, like, whatever it's called.
Drink
It's called Sun Meter.
That's liquid. Drink
Like, it's gonna take a bit to get acclimated to the battle system. Once you get into it, it's kind of intuitive and annoying at the same time, if I'm gonna be honest. It's passable. It's just, it's obviously gonna get harder as the game goes on, but you're gonna understand how, like, each character works within the world and within the battle system, how you equip them. So, and of course, if you care about the story and the lore and the worlds, then yes, that's going to matter to you. It's just what the game is based around. So it's just a little confusing. Like, there's always, like, to me, and I've said this before in other streams, like, there's the surrounding stuff of the game. You know, like, you have the outside of the game, okay, and that's all, like, the story and the character and whatnot. But, like, the core of the game is the gameplay. And I've had this issue with a lot of games where they're trying to do too much in different aspects, and then within, like, around the core of the game, which is the gameplay, but they muddy the gameplay with trying to include all these other different, like, aspects and elements of, like, other styles. And I feel like if they're trying to do several different types of styles in one game, it kind of, like, takes away from other types of gameplay. That's just personal opinion, though. I haven't played this too far, obviously. This is my first impression. But I feel like what they're going for is like a grid-based type of attack, action RPG type of system, which some of you might like, which is cool, because you might like the other games. But for me, it's like really confusing to get into. Like, somebody's been playing games for a long time, including myself in my mid-30s here. It's like, my brain is like trying to really acclimate to this. And it's hard to. And man, yeah, like I long for the days of just one simplistic type of thing. Just go in, wreck stuff, Dynasty Warriors type style, with just mad buttons and mindlessly kill enemies. Or give me an action platformer where I see an obstacle and I have to figure out a way how to overcome that obstacle. This is just like you have so many different layers and all these different things going on in like mid-battle or mid-like flow. Like here you have conversation. It's just my brain is like starting to melt after a while, and it's not. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like there's too much going on, and it's cool. It's a cool idea, but it's definitely an acquired taste, and it's just personal opinion here. I'll say that a lot on a lot of different first impressions or plays in my other videos. It's like it's an acquired taste, and it's gonna take you some time to get used to it. But what I'm waiting for is that feeling of like achievement or accomplishment. Like what I just did was like, yeah, that was cool. Like, yeah, I figured it out, and I haven't felt that out. I haven't felt that yet.
Rushing sentry!
Sure.
In
Stay behind me!
Big camo and spit. Big camo and spit. What the hell was that?
Celestial grace.
I just nullified that. Cool, so the enemies now are basically putting debuffs or buffs, or what that means is powering or unpowering my characters in specific files now.
Cadet liquid.
But I blocked that. Alright, number one.
Drink this.
Hold on. I'm here.
Cadet liquid.
Rushing sentry!
I'm getting better at it, clearly. You just have to turn off that, like, button mash. Like, just press, what I mean is, like, if you ever play a fighting game, you're like, click, 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 click. You have to turn that off. What the hell? Watching the treasure chest use the exemplar to attack. When the cursor is under the treasure chest, open it. Opening the treasure chest restores the exemplar HP and imbues them with the arcades inside of the Republic. That's pretty funny. I like that. That's cute. I like that minigame. Thank you for breaking up the pace of the game right there. That's a cool game pacing break right there.
Taken.
Celestial grace.
Oh. Stuck in there?
Drink this.
Hold on. I'm here.
So that's how you basically, it looks like that's how you nullify that.
Cadet liquid.
Stay strong.
The more you do combos, the faster you get bored. You have to factor it into play right there. Right there before.
Cadet liquid.
All four of them shoot. Awesome.
Shields up!
Hold on. I'm here.
Drink this.
Block that.
This one's mine.
Rushing sentry!
I mean, that's, you know, once you get used to it, it's not that bad. Alright, so we have another crossover here. So I guess we have to vote whether we want people to die or we're in their deathbeds. This is what he did say earlier. Reginald did say you must show compassion. Through disease, you must show compassion. So that was obviously a hint if you were paying attention.
I wield this shield for
why
those
you
who
read.
cannot bear it.
Brilliant! Finally. Oh. Hell yeah. You local gambler. Okay, so that's cool. So you can choose 2 Arceus the better you do in each level, or like you can choose 4 Arceus the better you do in each level, or the worse you do in each level. Interesting. I want to see what other weapons I obtain. That's my only thing. It's like I want to play up to a point where I start getting more weapons, and I want to see what those weapons do. I think I might do that. Again, if you guys want me to play through a game, because I'm playing and giving my first impressions, just, you know, from the first 2 or 3 hours, which is a critical point in a game, because a game needs to hook you, like, right away. And the cool thing about this is it kind of does, in a sense, where it's like, it just, title screen, press A, loading, and then you jump straight into battle, and the game teaches you how to play the battle part, which is the core, as I mentioned before, of the game. Now, is everything else around it worth it in continuing the battle portions of the game? I don't know yet, because I'm not feeling that sense of like, oh, like, nailed it, got it, figured it out. It's a cool bounce, but it's like, I'm waiting for that, like, turning point, but how far and how much do I have to play to get to that point? And I've played so many games where people have said, or including myself, it's like, oh, you know, it gets good around like the 30-hour mark. That's a lot of time nowadays, man. You know, like, you gotta hook me. Me personally, I know a lot of you out there feel the same way, but like, you gotta hook people in the first 2 or 3 hours. I wouldn't even say that much. I'd say even like the first half hour, you gotta hook people. And that's hard to do. So, very hard to do, which I completely understand. So, it's just, you know, it's a matter of preference, but, you know, it's, you gotta pay attention. You can't just like go like, yeah, this game's really good, but it took like 15 hours. That's unacceptable. A game should be feeling like you're confident in something, or it's fun, or you're, you know, it's engaging within like the first 2 or 3 hours. You know, I've read plenty of books where I can't make it through the first few chapters because it's too descriptive. I want something that, to me personally, I want something that grips me like right away or right off the bat, then lead me into like the descriptiveness and the world building, the character progression, that stuff, but capture me right away with an important event that we can call back to or foreshadow on. And it's like, it's really hard to do. I get it. But it's like, there's a lot of things, a lot of games out there and whatnot that are, just don't do that. Everything's like a slow burn, which I'm okay with in certain mediums. That's okay. Man, it's tough to keep people if you're gonna take that long. Just go to the same place. Like, why am I coming to this guy? This guy doesn't do anything. I can just do this. I can just do this from the other screen. You know? Why am I here? You are useless to me. Again, if you're joining me in the stream, thank you for joining me. Again, I just want to reiterate, like, when I put, you know, Chaos Scorch plays at a game, I'm literally just giving... I'm playing the game, but I'm giving my raw first impressions of something. Because again, I've been playing games for like 35 years, literally. So everything is just a reskin of something. And a lot of things are similar in a lot of aspects and respects. But I just wanted, it's 2021, man. Like, games should be perfected now. One halfway there, blocking the main attack. Stagger enemy. This is the one that's gonna take a long time. Fire wise, stagger enemy 600 times. That's just stupid. That's too much. That's gonna lose me. And like, what's even okay? So cast spell the party leader 50 times, so I'm almost there with her for calcination. Burgundy inflicts fire damage after the party leader casts a spell. That's cool. That sounds like an extra attack on top of whatever, you know, whoever casts a spell. That's pretty cool. And just like with him, like Zulfikar, like Luminous Guard, like you inflict electric damage every time you parry an enemy attack. That is extremely good. So if I can like combine that with like fire damage, yeah, it's like super good. With him, I can push an enemy 75 times. I have 35 more times to go clearly there on his last defense. So I gain shield when my HP is less than 3%, which I haven't gotten to yet. I think pretty close, but not there yet. I gotta go back and watch this. But it concerns me because there's this box up here there's so much room for like other exemplars, and I'm like, how long is this game, man? Ugh. You know, and like with that, like just looking at some of the numbers, how large they are for the masteries, it's just like, oh, do I want to go back and to me, like, do I want to go back and like get all the masteries, or just pick my team as I go and, you know, fill out their masteries? It's kind of like a starter Pokemon. Just saying. Yeah.
Celestial Grace.
Again.
Stay behind me!
Come on, that was
Rushing Sentry!
I can.
Really? Like, why would you aim there?
During this.
That's weird. Okay, so I don't know why I aimed there. It's like aimed all the way behind them. I love that. That's really cute. Hey, that's cute. Excuse me. I have the power. This guy's just taking damage.
Hold on. I'm here.
Stay behind me!
So far away, man. God, it's like a tiger uppercut.
Shields up!
During this.
That was actually pretty good. Like, successively doing damage towards that. That's a murder hawk finfish. So I guess we just introduced the ability to gain more, exemplars. Okay, when the aim cursor is active, roll one ranged exemplars and certain death blows target the tile. Aiming allows exemplars to hit enemies that are standing behind our foes. There are no enemies standing on a tile within the aim cursor the attack can miss. Move the right stick. We're literally just doing this. Again, there's so much involved in the sequence to attack this game. Hard to pay attention.
Rushing straight!
Celestial grace.
Stay behind me!
During
Rushing sentry! Shields up!
Do your thing. Do the thing.
Rushing sentry!
So I have to wait for that stupid attack to charge. It's about timing. We gotta keep it in here.
That's liquid.
Got that.
Shields up!
During
Stay behind me! Shields up!
guy there. Come on.
Cadets liquid!
Alright, so I'm raising her mastery up because I stunned an enemy there. This again. Why is this so much about the dead? Oh, good, because they're actually dead. Dead. I just realized, you know, we know that they're dead. You're just resurrecting them to attack. Or defend. Talked about the boats already before. Alright, so my apologies. It seemed like the stream died, so I'll upload this in full like later. Talk about death already. Cemetery. Gotta go in the direction of cemetery.
Stay behind me! Shields up! Stay behind me!
Celestial grace. Cadets liquid. During this.
Yeah, they're getting full of close, and they try to like debuff you on certain tiles, so you just gotta stay off the tiles.
Running victory!
Cadets liquid. During this.
here.
Shields up!
I guess that's fast.
Rushing sentry!
My take is so strong still, man. I love that guy. Another chancery. Oh, these guys. Great. Oh, that's
Stay behind me! Rushing sentry!
Take them out one by one, so I don't have to worry about all of them.
Hold on. I'm here. Celestial grace.
Drink this.
Stay behind me!
Clear the path.
Shields up!
So close to me.
Hold on. I'm here.
Oh my god, he can summon enemies now? That's
That's liquid.
We fight as one. Celestial grace.
Rushing sentry!
Stay strong.
man, that'll fly.
That's liquid.
Jesus, like trying to time that sucks.
Hold on. I'm here.
That's a wave, man. Sucks.
Clear the path.
Shields up! The Silver Brigade! Hurry up!
This battle super sucks.
Rushing sentry! Stay behind me!
So close to love.
Rushing sentry!
More perfect do I have to get?
We fight as one.
Stay behind me!
How much like HP do I have?
Shields up!
Oh, healing. Awesome. Okay, get off that. Where are you? Oh, come on.
Drink this.
Clear the path. Stay strong.
What the hell was that? It'd be nice if I can actually time that perfectly. Jeez, man. Cheesy much?
Hold on. I'm here.
So close to
Jeez.
love.
See, that's what I'm saying before. Like, there's way too much going on for me to pay attention to at the same time.
Cadet Slickman.
It's even worse. I'm doing like no damage to this guy.
We fight as one.
Victory!
Like, how am I supposed to catch that as soon as he jumps on the board?
Stay behind me!
There's no damage to this guy. It's ridiculous.
Shields up!
Literally getting no sword here.
Clear the path.
Rushing sentry! Stay behind me!
Like, no
Strong.
Rushing sentry!
Taken.
I want to heal.
Drink this.
We fight as one.
I think there's way too much damage. It's ridiculous.
Cadet Slickman. Drink this.
Stay behind me!
Jeez, man.
Shields up!
Clear the path.
Rushing sentry!
Whatever it takes.
Stay behind me!
Cadet Slickman.
Another one of these. Too much.
Rushing sentry!
Celestial grace.
Cadet Slickman.
Come on.
Taken.
Jesus, like the delay is pissing me off.
Hold on. I'm here.
It seems like
We fight as one.
slower everything. How was that?
Hold on. I'm here.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Why is this like so hard? Jeez. It's even worse, this enemy, like, heals himself. Like, why?
Cadets liquid.
It's like the second boss in this game. Like, this is ridiculously long. So cheesy. Like, what?
Drink this.
Clear the path!
Cadets liquid.
Stay strong!
Holy fuck, that.
Stay behind me!
Hold on! I'm here!
Drink this.
Feel that?
We fight as one!
He's almost gone dead. God.
Stay behind me!
Cadets liquid.
Clear the path!
Drink
Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god, it took way too long.
My love for
Yeah, 10-minute battle.
almost matches my love for you.
That was intense. I learned last defense, that's cool. Alright. I mean, did we get a new exemplar? I'm not quite sure if we got a new exemplar. We'll see. So, because I'm running at the 2-hour mark here, so I don't want to run too long. Alright, so basically, again, like we did before, for whatever reason, we figured out where we have to go, and then we have to kind of trust what we already figured out. I don't know why that is a thing. That seems a little silly. Anyway, it seems like the next part we're going to get another exemplar, because we're going to go to the cemetery, and it seems like we're going to get a pirate, because we read something about a pirate. Anyway, so, just being at the 2-hour mark here, I am, like, I'm just going to leave my guy standing. Hiding. Okay. So, Lucian's hiding. So, anyway, just to give my opinion here of this game, I did not, again, as I said at the top of this stream, or recording, I apologize, because my stream decided to crap out for whatever reason, but I will upload this on YouTube anyway, as a full video. Yeah, it, again, the core of the game, as I said earlier in the stream, the core of the game is the battle sequences. Okay, I completely understand that. There's way too much going on in the battle sequences for my brain to comprehend and the normal person to comprehend. So this is a very niche game. It's not bad. It's not great either. It's kind of just like mediocre in the middle there, because the enemies constantly just off time. Like, when are you supposed to attack? Like, when you attack, as you see me so many times, I'm just attacking, and in the middle of an attack sequence, enemies will just jump in, or they'll shoot me, or, like, there's no way you can't possibly take damage. The timing of the perfects and deflects against attacks just seems off, and it's hard to time them. Every enemy has an action sequence with an attack, a defend. There are new enemies that we are coming up against that will debuff and buff, themselves, or debuff you on certain pains, and that can get annoying. However, I like the strategy of it, but to balance that to gain orbs to do special moves or to have Rowena do her own special magic requires you to button mash when you can in a timely fashion when you do have the ability to attack, because you have that meter that builds up, and it just seems a little too... It seems a little, like I said, that word again is just convoluted. And now we have, which is weird, when we have our traveling sequences, we have the split where we become Lucian here, and we're trying to figure out where we want to go or get some more information in regard to stories so we can figure out where we want to go. And it doesn't make any sense because some of it makes sense, yes, but what we just did again for the second time is basically just sitting there and going, hey, figure out where we should go. Okay, get information on where we should go. Got the information, good. Relate it to Rowena, or we didn't, and Rowena's coming back to us after we figured out the information. Cool, so we finished that battle sequence, we finished the travel sequence, we come back, Rowena talks to Lucian, Lucian goes, this is where you should go, when we already figured out where we need to go. And then Rowena's like, should I trust him or not? It's like, we played the both of them already, that makes no sense. Like, just, this is where you're gonna go. Cool, branching path, outrun type style, vertical, left or right. That's it. Why are we reconfirming what we already learned and decided already? That's just a little strange to me. Yes, it's cool we have branching paths. Completely agree with that and understand that, but why? What's the point of doing all that if we know where we have to go? I just think that's a little weird. And pointless, honestly. So, regarding that, it flows pretty well. It has its drawbacks. It has its patience within the core of the game, the battle system. For me, after playing this in my first impressions, I don't know if I'd go back to it. This is a very, as I said before, it's an acquired taste in a niche type game. And the casual audience will not pick up on this at all. This is for somebody who wants a challenge, who wants something different, and sticks with this long enough to get used to how the game works. And it's hard to capture the casual audience with something like this. And, the idea is there, it's just there's too much going on, man. Like, my brain is just sitting there going, like, what is happening? And then in these sequences here, you have to set up, pick your exemplars, or basically pick your party. You select your spells for Rowena, you select your, exemplar equipment, and, like you see here, we have a weapon and armor, and then you go to your masteries, and you have your masteries you can select once you unlock them by doing specific things. Man, it's like super RPG, which is awesome. But man, is it like super convoluted in the battle sequences, man. Like, there's so much going on. And I just feel like they gotta dial it back just a little bit. I've never played a game in this franchise, so I apologize for that. So those of you that do like it, great. That's awesome. For me, first time trying it, woo, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. So yeah, it's just, I want to get into this. It's just, it seems like it would frustrate me more as I play continuously than feeling that sense of accomplishment. And that's just me. I as I just, I unlocked the second master here for Zulfikar, who's my tank. you know, who's going to take the most damage and deal the most damage. You know, yes, you progress through the game, and you unlock more things, and you progress the story. You gain more exemplars. But as we unlock more exemplars, or is it really worth? You know, is it really worth going for the masteries on each one? You know, I had the same problem with Persona. You know, like the same. I love Persona. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, getting those bonds, like maxing out those bonds, it's just like, who do I max out? And then yes, you learn like day to day what to do so you can max out everybody in the same playthrough and then do Game Plus. But then whatever, it's you pick your party from like the beginning, and I feel like here I'm almost 2.5 hours in, and I'm still with the same three, the same two I started with, and then we got Burgundy later on. But like, am I gonna deviate from them? That's just me. Like, I can't see that considering how the masteries work. So anyway, it sounds cool. Plays okay. It plays good. It plays well. It's a lot of cool ideas going on. It's just you have to go into this game expecting your brain to become mush in the beginning. And that's tough because, as I always say, as I said earlier in this, it has to catch us. It needs to grip us, like right in the beginning, or at least within the first few hours, which again, where we are now. And I feel like it's cool how it started. It throws you right into the battle. Then we go into the running around sequence, which we have here, Evolution. And I was trying to think how to say this. And then it just becomes like, oh, well, you know, you have the grid, and then you have like the moves, and then the enemies, like you have to deflect the moves and parry the moves, but every enemy shoots differently and is on different tiles, and then you're on different tiles, and then they debuff and buff their tiles and debuff your tiles, and then you can't stay on certain tiles. There's so much going on in real time that you have to expect going into this game initially that your brain is going to become mush, and that kind of takes away from the game for me a little bit. A lot of cool ideas. Pros and cons I just laid out there for you. I don't know how long this game is, how much game time there is in this. I'd say give it a chance. I would say give it a chance. But have your reservations with how the game works. That's all I can say. If you've never played a Fallen Legion game, have your reservations going into the game. But I'd give it a chance. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, and my brutally honest opinion here, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Share it to your friends, family, everybody you want, and I appreciate it very much. Hope to see you guys soon. We're doing more videos coming up, also stuff coming out as we progress, throughout the weeks of 2021 here, and hopefully everyone's doing all right, being safe and healthy. So much love, and I will see you soon.